I saw these hikers coming from a mile off. Nope, get out. Get out, we ain't doing this, I'm going to bed, leave. Watch them walk all the way up from the side of that slope. But hello everyone, and welcome back to WolfQuest, where we're here with Crow and the Fledge Pack. They're actually just about to settle down and sleep for a bit, because things have been going okay. We got our territory marked. I'm just hoping it's not the calm before the storm again. We've got a little bit left, especially before quail is to 20 pounds, and at this point in time fairly safe from whatever ills may befall. So until then, I don't think Crow can sleep quite easily. But we're gonna let the pack get some rest nonetheless, and we'll catch up with them in a little bit. Alright, it's a new day. The pups are hungry. Although I do say I must say I do suspect that we're about to have some trouble with Lucky Pack, all things considered. We're gonna have to do some territory marking here, so I would like these two to eat quickly if possible. Crow is still quite on edge, I think. It's been a little bit too quiet, and there's a big storm rolling in by the look of it. But I think after these guys get to eat, we'll go ahead and take Sequoia with us and do some patrolling. I think those are just ravens over there. I see something on the hill. But quail is up to almost 18 pounds now, so we're getting pretty close to 20, which of course is when she's going to be a little bit more resilient. So let's move the pups back in the grass. No wolf attack, miraculously? Well, okay then. I guess we'll just finish this off so that we don't have to worry about luring predators to the rendezvous while we're away. And then, Sequoia, would you mind coming with me? I have a feeling we're perhaps going to encounter some opposition in the lower parts of our territory today. Well, as it turns out, it was remarkably quiet even down in the south towards the border with Lucky Pack, so I guess maybe it was natural territory decay after all. But we did also manage to find some food, as you can see by the elk calf that Crow is carrying, so I figured we'd come back and bring that to the pups and then actually let Sequoia stay back with them. Crow needs to find a little bit more food for himself, but this way at least the pups will be able to eat. I think they ate already this morning though, so they may not be that hungry. Sequoia's already eaten too, so she's probably not going to be that, she's probably not going to be that hungry either, but if she stays back with them then we won't have to worry about the affinity at least. But as you can see, there are a few hexes up here and off to the side that need marking too, so I think I'm just going to have Crow take a quick sweep of the territory before coming back and resting the night. Well, the rest of this day has proven to be just as uneventful as the first half, although quail is, wandering quite far. Sequoia, have you noticed this? Oh, goodness, we're gonna have to go snag our daughter here. But, yeah, everything seemed fairly normal. And I think part of Crow hopes that maybe he's made his point after all. The coyotes earlier were pretty quick to flee. But at the same time, we've got some howling coming from the Lost River Pack in the distance, so perhaps not. He's definitely a little bit worried that something's going to happen right at the end here, that there's going to be some big attack or something to upset the delicate peace that they have found. But we can certainly hope not, and for now, Crow's gotten pretty tired, so I think we're gonna go ahead and let the Fledge Pack get some rest and see what the next day brings. Well, it looks like a foggy morning. I don't see anything evident at the moment, so I'm gonna let these guys out quickly to eat. We do have some waning territory over here, but honestly, all things considered, it's not that bad. So far, still so good. As long as these guys can eat quickly. I suppose that is one thing that's nice about a small litter, is they don't have to take a lot of time. Quail, goodness gracious though. Quail, gosh! Quail is our runt. She's the one who narrowly recovered from illness, and she certainly is keeping us on our toes even still. Alright, y'all. If you're gonna be wandering over there, then please go back. Please just go back in the grass. And no attacks? Alright then, I suppose we'll eat the rest of this just so that it's not sitting around luring predators is kind of Crow's logic, but I think once again we'll go ahead and just brush up on our borders. We can even leave Sequoia home this time as long as we find something we can bring back for her, which shouldn't be a big deal, I don't think, especially considering that the pups are doing fairly well on food at the moment. They do not even eat through an entire calf or fawn carcass in one go. Oh, but what's this? Oh, and Sequoia, why don't you stay back with the pups just so that they don't get too rowdy while we're gone. Okay, those are male dispersals. But somewhere in this direction, I do smell stranger wolves, and I wonder if they're hecking around with that decaying territory. I didn't actually realize we were near this. Kind of just showed up through the fog. It's been a while since we've been over here. Oh, and we did get an achievement for it. Enjoy the summertime view from the porch on the glass house. It's quite a neat little building here. I love the random little things hidden throughout the world, how it's not just concentrated in the town area, there's human elements all over, and I think it adds a lot of interest because there's so many things to stumble on, and I'm pretty sure even I haven't found all of them yet. And I've done a fair bit of running around in this map. But we're just making our way down this side and marking, oh goodness, there's some conflict happening there. It looks like that hex has been completely unclaimed. And I hear loads of howling in this direction. We might want to investigate that actually. There's a lot of dispersal scent, but I think the stranger scent is farther away. Oh gosh, that eagle swooping through the fog as well. Because we're coming up on the edge of this territory here. Are they? They're probably... Oh! Van Winkle 1M. Hello? I was gonna say, maybe you're outside the borders, but it looks like not. No! Get out. Oh, there's 3 of them. Goodness gracious. Nope, get out. Get out. Who are you? What? Who's this? Desolation. Oi, get off. These are just dispersals. What in the heck? Why are you picking fights? Oh my goodness, there are 3 of them, so I suppose that they think that they can bully me. Oh boy, this is really not what I wanted. You were not supposed to be the problem. You can stay off my turf. I guess you're technically not even in it. They're really not intimidated either. Well, I don't want to back down from this fight. Get out! Get out! Get off of me! Get out! Which one of you is most hurt? 2M is more. Nope, that's 2F. Alright, if we do some biting on this man, maybe he'll be more inclined to flee. We just have to be careful because Crow is technically a runt. Goodness, get off! This is unreasonable. Absolutely unreasonable. Why are they so determined? Why are they so determined? Y'all are dispersals. You should not be this stubborn. Oh my goodness, I think just because they think it's 3 to 1. Yeah. We might not actually be able to deal with this. Goodness, get off! We may have to retreat into our territory, and hopefully they'll be more afraid then if we do that. Yeah, you guys stay. Oh my goodness, really? Is this really what you want? Oh, you're not even in your territory now. That's getting claimed by that. Which pack even is that? Yeah, now you better run. That's right, you guys better stay out. Okay, that's why they were so stubborn. We had technically crossed out of our territory. Goodness. Which pack even is that? It's Van Winkle. Van Winkle's taking that one back. Well, that was a thoroughly useless fight. But I didn't want to run away from dispersals right at the border of my own turf. That doesn't set a good impression. However, I think we mostly just want to run over... Well, you may not honestly even need to run over there. I think we can focus on finding food now because I'm pretty sure with the pups at around 19 to 20 pounds, the babies are probably no longer hiding in the grass, so we might actually need to track them down. Finally, somewhere around here is a mule deer fawn right up there. I've been looking for these guys for like forever. We might have to come back to where we're at too, try to see if we can find these guys again, because I can't bring both of them home. But, oh, and she is completely ignoring this one. Well, that works out in our favor. However, you know what? Honestly, with how big the fawns are now, it might not even matter. We might be just fine if we can just kind of head this one off. In fact, if you want to run back towards the rendezvous site, I would not complain about that, although I think this one's going to probably keep trying to follow its mother. We can just bring it down and carry it back. Goodness gracious, at this, with how small of a wolf that crow is, at this age, the mule deer fawns are nearly as big as he is. But okay, after tracking down several mule deer and not finding a fawn, we've got one. So I think we'll bring this back to the rendezvous and we'll see if this is enough for Sequoia, because if it is, then we probably don't need to worry about hunting again. There's one territory hex that's a little bit low. Well, there's a couple now, I guess. But I'm not going to worry too much about them because they're just barely crossing 50. Is that a cougar? Or is that just a suspicious stump? Hang on. Hang on. That's just a suspicious stump, right? That is just a suspicious stump over here, right? I can't even see. Maybe it was this rock. Okay, I don't think it's anything too scary. Oh, that's a bull moose we just we just went by, but I think, yeah, there's enough mule deer fawn carcass here, I think, for the babies and Sequoia. Honestly, yeah, they're already at 90, so if Sequoia wants to eat that, that's totally fine. We'll stand back and give her the chance to do so. In fact, we could even woof the pups in the grass, probably. Maybe we'll play with them a little bit. But they've gotten quite close to 20 pounds, and in fact, Sunflower is already there. It's just Quail that we're waiting on. So if we can make it through one more day and then maybe a bit, I think we'll actually be alright. I'm just gonna let Crow play with these guys a little bit more, and then I suppose we'll sleep the night. If Sequoia is not super hungry, she might want to eat more in the morning. We'll see. Keep an eye on her hunger overnight. Oh boy, okay. Here's what I was worried about. I knew it had been too long since anything happened. Goodness. Can't even tell which pack this is. So they really just decided to go straight through our fairly well-reinforced territory just to bother us. Where are these heckers? Who is this? Oh, did you find him? Oi! Oi! Van Winkle 1F! No, you get! I'm gonna bite your tail before you go. Yeah, you better not slow down. You better keep running. Alright. I think Crow is not up for dedicating the energy to actually killing every opponent he runs across the way he was trying to for a little bit there. It really didn't do much good, and it mostly just left him exhausted from the effort of spending so much time and energy. Oh, Sequoia! Now she eats the whole thing. Alright, well I suppose we'll still sleep until morning. I guess I'm glad she's gotten to eat at least. That's one good thing. Well, dawn is here. I suppose what we probably need to focus most on is getting some food, and I'm gonna play with these guys a bit. The territory's decaying a little, so I think we'll probably head out in that direction when we go to try to get food, just reinforce it along the way. I don't think we have enough to be able to feed them by regurgitating. No, it doesn't look like it. With two pups, that could be slightly viable. But I'm just gonna spend a little time hanging out with these two, raising the affinity, keeping an eye out for trouble. And bears in particular. I don't trust that hecker's not gonna come back, even after we ran him off that one time. But, yeah, then we're gonna go ahead and look for some more food and to reinforce our territory. Oi! Who are you? What? Wait, Avalanche and Stargate. What? What in the world? I was just tracking a mule deer and there's dispersals running around on the edge of the territory. At least these ones don't seem as keen on starting fights, but goodness gracious. Funnily enough, it looks like we've actually met up with Sequoia. Sequoia kind of went the other direction as us, but she circled around in the end, it seems. Let's see if we can go ahead and actually join up with her properly here, because I think we both, well, she needs some food and so do the pups. So we can find something to eat on the way back for both of them, that'd be good. Hopefully. I mean, Crow has been just eating a bunch of hairs that he's run across, so I suppose if worst comes to worst, we can keep doing that. Overall, though, the territory's alright. There's really only one spot that's kind of objectionable, and I think I'm okay with that, considering that the pups are getting so close to 20 pounds. Apparently mule deer are right by our rendezvous site. Are they down this way? I see one. Is it just this doe? Unfortunately, oh no, it's a buck. Okay, that would explain why it's alone. Is that the one that we were tracking over here? It may not be. It seems like actually not. No, I think it might be. That's a little bit unfortunate because I was hoping we would find something to eat right over here. Yeah. Goodness gracious, I don't even know what happened to this mule deer trail. It's kind of doubling back all over itself here. I think, though, most likely that was the one that we just encountered. It would seem it. That's a little bit disappointing. At least, though, we can probably grab this snowshoe hare if we can find it. And that'll be some good food for the pups. In fact, they're old enough to eat the hares now, so why don't we bring that back for them? And that might be enough to at least tide us over for one more night. Here you guys go. They're pretty hungry. Can we regurgitate as well? Yeah, we can. That'll be alright, I think. Now, I am gonna kind of keep an eye out because we did actually bump into some dogs not that far away. So, Crow's a little bit nervous about that, I think. They were right down by that mule deer. I don't see any sign of them at the moment, though. Did they both finish? Okay, we can feed them one more time. Regurgitating when they're this old isn't quite as effective. That darn rock in the distance there, I thought it was a bear. That panicked me. Genuinely panicked me for a hot second. But I think we're okay. And I think we're actually gonna go ahead and let these guys sleep one more time. And considering how close quail is, I'm guessing that this might be the final rest before these guys are a little bit sturdier and a little bit better able to fend for themselves with our help. Oh, and it looks like they are, because we've just gotten the Respect the Runt achievement, which, yeah, I guess that's true. Crow is the first runt that we've actually played through a full litter with. Well, what a litter it's been. Our first official one in Lost River, along with Petra. Yeah. It's been exciting to explore this, and do not fear, this will certainly not be the last run that we have in Lost River. We will be checking out these pups as adults as well in the next final episode-ish short thing. Now, with the Wayfinders, we're going to do airs a little bit differently. For the most part, while we're still playing with Aden and Raven, as well as Crow and Sequoia here, we'll just be following out the respective game updates in the respective maps. So Crow and Sequoia will be following the saga here in Lost River, and or checking out any other interesting updates that might happen in the meantime if there's something big that changes the way that Lost River works. I don't know, we'll see what the team has planned. But Aden and Raven will be checking out the full saga in the Yellowstone maps when that gets here. So for now, we'll be continuing on the Wayfinders in that manner. However, when there's smaller updates, we will have other things to explore, and so we might let some of these pups check those out, or some of Crow's siblings, or even some of the other Wayfinders pups, Crow's nieces and nephews. We'll have to see. So it won't be a proper air poll, but we will still take a look at the pups in their adult forms in the next episode after this, to kind of conclude this portion of the series. With that said, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.